When we use GeneXus to develop an application, either as part of a team or individually, we must always keep our KB accessible and updated. GXserver enables us the possibility of centralizing the development of the KB in a server so that we can access it from any location and keep it always updated with all changes that developers make. It's important to point out that applications are developed locally, and then changes are sent to be included in the KB in the server in a centralized manner. Regardless of our working method, individual or as part of a team, the first step will always be to publish the KB on the server. To do this, we select File, Send Knowledge Base to GXserver. We then declare the server's location, the name that we will assign to the KB for its publication, let's call it Travel Agency KB, and the authentication method we will be using. GXserver allows for two authentication types, GXTechnical and local. We select GXTechnical and declare the corresponding user. We then press the Send button. Once this is done, the KB will be published in the server we have specified, and we will stay synchronized with it. Let's first see the case of an individual developing the application individually. Using GXserver will allow the developer the following: one online visit to the KB through the web console provided by GXserver, keeping an automatic history record of the development process, working freely in a local manner, keeping backups of the KB, easy inclusion of a new developer, an updated copy of the server from any location, and centralized documents relative to the project. Once the KB is published on the server, we continue developing the application in a local manner. We will create, for example, a web panel showing the list of customers for the agency. The name we use is WP Customers. We drag a grid over the form and insert the customer last name and customer address attributes. Then we save. Now let's analyze the following. We've just defined this web panel in our local KB, so it's still not included in the KB on the server. We then go to the Knowledge Manager menu and select Team Development. In the Commit tag, we see the list of objects that are part of our local KB and have not been included in the server yet. So, we send our web panel to the server. Prior to pressing the Commit button, we must write a comment that will be added in the server to become part of the record of actions performed on the KB. This allows us to have an automatic history of the development process. We write New Web Panel and press Commit. If we now go to the History tab, we can see a record of the elements sent, with comments and all the objects involved. Now let's see the KB in the server. Through GXserver's location URL, we enter the web console and we'll see the published knowledge bases. Following authentication, we will see the list of published KBs. There we will select Travel Agency KB. From here we can view statistical data and the record of comments entered. To view the status of the KB, we select the Knowledge Base tab, and upon deploying the objects, we will see the integrated WP Customers web panel. Now let's see an example of team development. Using GXserver will allow us, among other things, to access the KB independently from the geographical location of the team members, to freely do local work including any changes sent by all developers, to make an online visit to the KB through the web console provided by GXserver, to keep an automatic historical record of the development process. So, in the event that a new individual, let's call him Juan, joins the development, the first step he will have to take will be to become synchronized with the server's KB. To do that, he will have to select from his own KB the option File, New, Knowledge Base from GXserver. He will then indicate the server's location, then select the corresponding KB. And we'll define a name, my travel agency, followed by a specification of the authentication mode. As he presses the Create button, Juan will receive a local copy of the KB that is currently on the server, and at the same time he will become synchronized with it. As he continues with his local development, Juan decides to add a new attribute to the country transaction and defines country, flag, image of the image type. He then saves this change, and to include it in the server's KB, he goes to the menu Knowledge Manager, Team Development. We type the comment, New Attribute, in Country Transaction, and press the Commit button. What will happen now with another developer who is synchronized with the same KB? What will this other developer see? Let's go to the initial KB travel agency once again. If we open the country transaction, we do not see the country flag image attribute, correct? So let's go to Knowledge Manager, Team Development. In the Update tab, when we select the Preview button, we will view the new objects now found in the server, but not in the developer's local KB. Let's then press the Update Selected button to receive new definitions. If we now open the structure of the country transaction again, we will see that the country flag image attribute was included automatically. This developer's KB now has, locally, the same definitions that we can find in the centralized KB on GXserver. In an upcoming video, we will be analyzing the different situations that may arise when it comes to including the changes made by different developers, the possibility of discarding changes made on the same object, and the possibility of defining an application's development cycle from GXserver itself.